Hi guys, happy Friday. I hope you've all had a great day so far. I am so sorry that this video is coming out to you guys so late. I was having some technical difficulties and it was not letting me record, and so I had already read the full chapters to you guys before I realized that it didn't even record, and so I had to just do some updates on my computer and all that fun stuff, but now it's recording, so now I'm hoping it will stay recording through this entire thing. But anyway, yesterday we started reading from Justin's point of view, which is Olivia, or Via's, boyfriend, and we read that he finally met Augie and finally met Via's family. So today we're going to continue reading, and the first chapter is called Our Town. We're doing the play Our Town for the spring show this year. Olivia dared me to try out for the lead role, and somehow I got it. Total fluke. Never got any leads in anything before. I told Olivia she brings me good luck. Unfortunately, she didn't get the female lead, Emily Gibbs. The pink-haired girl named Miranda got it. You guys remember Miranda? Olivia gets a bit part and is also the Emily understudy. I'm actually more disappointed than Olivia is. She almost seems relieved. I don't love people staring at me, she says, which is sort of strange coming from such a pretty girl. A part of me thinks maybe she blew her audition on purpose. The spring show is at the end of April. It's mid-March now, so that's less than 6 weeks to memorize my part, plus rehearsal time, plus practicing with my band, plus finals, plus spending time with Olivia. It's going to be a rough 6 weeks, that's for sure. Mr. Davenport, the drama teacher, is already manic about the whole thing. Do you guys know what manic means? Manic means, like, crazy. So he's already going crazy over this play. And it will probably drive us crazy by the time it's over, too. I heard through the grapevine that he'd been planning on us doing the Elephant Man, but changed it to Our Town at the last minute. And that change took a whole week off of our rehearsal schedule. Not looking forward to the craziness of the next month and a half. So the next chapter is called Ladybug. Olivia and I are sitting on her front stoop. She's helping me with my lines. And the lines go something like this. It's a warm March evening, almost like summer. The sky is still bright, but the sun is low and the sidewalks are streaked with long shadows. Yes, the sun's come up over 1,000 times. Summers and winters have cracked the mountains a little bit more, and the rains have brought down some of the dirt. Some babies that weren't even born before had begun talking regular sentences already, and a number of people who thought they can't bound up a flight of stairs like they used to without their heads fluttering a little. I shake my head. I can't remember the rest. All that can happen in 1,000 days, Olivia prompts me, reading from the script. Oh, right, I say, shaking my head. I sigh. I'm wiped, Olivia. How the heck am I going to remember all these lines? You will, she says confidently. She reaches out and cups her hand over a ladybug that appears out of nowhere. See? A good luck sign, she says, slowly lifting her top hand to reveal the ladybug walking on the palm of her other hand. Good luck, or just the hot weather, a joke. Of course, good luck, she answers, watching the ladybug crawl up her wrist. There should be a thing about making a wish on a ladybug. Augie and I used to do that with fireflies when we were little. She cups her hand over the ladybug again. Come on, make a wish. Close your eyes. I dutifully close my eyes. A long second passes, then I open them. Did you make a wish? She asks. Yep. She smiles, uncups her hand, and the ladybug, of course, as if on cue, spreading its wings and flies away. Don't you want to know what I wished for? I asked. No, she answers shyly, looking up at the sky, which at the very moment is the exact color of her eyes. I made a wish too, she says mysteriously, but she has so many things she could wish for. I have no idea what she's thinking. So the next chapter is called The Bus Stop. Olivia's mom, Augie, Jack, and Daisy come down the stoop just as I'm saying goodbye to Olivia. They walk down, and I say, Hi, Mrs. Pullman. Please, call me Isabel, Justin, she says again. It's like the third time she's told me this, so I really need to start calling her that. I'm headed home, I say, as if to explain. Oh, are you heading to the subway, she says, following the dog with a newspaper. Can you walk Jack to the bus stop? No problem. Is that okay with you, Jack? The mom asks, and he shrugs. Justin, can you stay with him till the bus comes? Of course. We all say our goodbyes. You don't have to stay with me, says Jack as we're walking up the block. I take the bus by myself all the time. Augie's mom is way too overprotective. He's got a low, gravelly voice like a little tough guy. He kind of looks like one of those little rascal kids in old black and white movies, like he should be wearing a newsboy cap and knickers. We get to the bus stop, and the schedule says the bus will be there in 8 minutes. I'll wait with you, I tell him. Up to you, he shrugs. Hey, can I borrow $1? I want some gum. I fish $1 out of my pocket and watch him cross the street to the grocery store on the corner. He seems too small to be walking around by himself somehow. But then I think about how I was young when I was taking the subway by myself. Way too young. I'm going to be an overprotective dad someday. I know it. My kids are going to know I care. I'm waiting there a minute or two when I notice 3 kids walking up the block from the other direction. They walk right past the grocery store, but one of them looks inside and nudges the other 2, and they all back up and look inside. I can tell they're up to no good. All elbowing each other, laughing. One of them is Jack's height, but the other 2 look much bigger, more like teens. They hide behind the fruit stand in front of the store, and when Jack walks out, they trail behind him, making loud throw-up noises. Jack casually turns around at the corner to see who they are, and they run away, high-fiving each other and laughing. Jack crosses the street like nothing happened and stands next to me at the bus stop, blowing a bubble. Friends of yours, I finally say. Ha, he says. He's trying to smile, but I can see he's upset. Just some guys from my school, he says. A kid named Julian and his 2 friends, Henry and Miles. Do they bother you like that a lot? No, they've never done that before. They'd never do that in school or they'd get kicked out. Julian doesn't even live around here, so I guess it was just bad luck running into him. Oh, okay. It's not a big deal, he assures me. We both automatically look down Amesworth Avenue to see if the bus is coming. We're sort of in a war, he says after a minute, as if that explains everything. Then he pulls out this crumbled piece of loose-leaf paper from his jean pocket and gives it to me. I unfold it, and it's a list of names in 3 columns. He's turned the whole grade against me, says Jack. Not the whole grade, I point out, looking down at the list. He leaves me notes in my locker that says stuff like, everybody hates you. You should tell your teacher about that. Jack looks at me like I'm an idiot and shakes his head. Anyway, you have all these neutrals, I say, pointing to the list. If you get them on your side, things will even up a bit. Yeah, well, that's not really going to happen, he says sarcastically. Well, why not? He shoots me another look like I am absolutely the stupidest guy he's ever talked to in the world. What? I say. He shakes his head like I'm hopeless. Let's just say he says I'm friends with someone who isn't exactly the most popular kid in this school. Then it hits me. What he's not coming out and saying. August. This is all about his being friends with August, and he doesn't want me to tell because I'm the sister's boyfriend. Yeah, of course. Makes sense. We see the bus coming down Amesworth Avenue. Well, just hang in there, I tell him, handing back the paper. Middle school is about as bad as it gets, and then it gets better. Everything will work out. He shrugs and shoves the list into his pocket. We wave bye when he gets on the bus, and I watch it pull away. When I get to the subway station 2 blocks away, I see the same 3 kids hanging out in front of a bagel place next door. They're still laughing at each other like they're the coolest kids ever. I don't know what possessed me, but I take my glasses off, put them in my pocket, and tuck my fiddle case under my arm so the pointy side is facing up. I walk over to them, my face scrunched up, mean-looking. Then they look at me, laughs dying on their lips when they see me, ice cream cones at odd angles. Hey, listen up. Don't mess with Jack, I say really slowly, gritting my teeth. You will be very sorry if you do. They nod in unison, ice cream dripping on their hands. Good, I nod mysteriously, then sprint down the subway 2 steps at a time. Alright, that's all we're going to read for today. I hope you enjoyed these chapters. I hope you have a great week, or weekend, I should say, and I'll talk to you guys on Monday.